Allah. And we tell Zohran Mamdani, you can go back to Uganda to where you came from.
Wow, New York City, you just get everything, huh? You get to go to the NBA finals and you have a good mayor. Wow, you're just God's favorite. You're just the favorite.
When the help of Allah comes and victory arrives, thousands stood shoulder to shoulder beneath New York sky. No campaign stage, no party slogans, no political banners, only the echo of takbir and souls seeking for a brief moment to return to their Lord. Then, in a sea of white Eid garments, one man arrived wearing an arsenal thobe. And suddenly, the internet did what the internet does best. Some were confused. Why does Eid look like Arsenal away day? Others had a completely different concern. Forget politics. Where's the link to buy that thobe? Such is the age we live in. A single outfit can spark more debate than an entire policy speech. And somehow, faith, football, and fashion ended up sharing the same timeline.
I'm lost for words. What's going on? I can't believe what I'm seeing. This guy wore an Arsenal thobe. He wore an Arsenal jalabiyah to Eid, bro. First, Muslim mayor of New York City. This is a chance, okay? This is a chance to give good representations to the Muslim in the United States. This is a good chance to spread, the idea of Islam, Tauhid. Maybe show people that sacrifice is a way to get closer to Allah. Maybe show people how, we need to bring the communities together. But let's make this about Arsenal. I'm disgusted, and even if this was a Chelsea thobe, even if it was a Barcelona thobe, I would have made this exact same video. Because when you're that high of a leader, of a public figure, just wear this. Wear this. Be normal, bro. Show people, normal things, bro. I know 9/11 set us back, but this is just as bad.
But I just want to say, as an Arsenal fan, I need to get my hands on this thobe. I have been searching everywhere. It looks like you can get them in Uganda. I have not seen any place online I can get my hands on this for my kids, my boys. Mamdani. We would be friends. We would be friends.
Amid the debate, Zohran seemed to understand the power of symbols. In the internet age, an outfit can travel farther than a political speech. While CNN Style wrote about his Arsenal shirt, others saw a cultural shift where faith, football, and modern Muslim identity were beginning to intersect. But then, the mood shifted. Standing before thousands on Eid al-Adha, Zohran recited Surah Al-Imran 103, calling for unity. The words carried extra weight after an Islamophobic attack had shaken a mosque community in San Diego. And suddenly, the story was no longer about an Arsenal thobe. It was about unity.
It is an honor to be with you on this sacred and joyful day. Today, as we honor Prophet Ibrahim, may peace be upon him, and his willingness to sacrifice, we reflect on our responsibilities to one another, and we extend a hand to those that need it most. What I love about Eid al-Adha is the reminder that sacrifice is not a burden, nor a rigid equation where one party ends up with more and the other with less. Sacrifice is instead an opportunity to understand ourselves as part of something larger. As New York City's first Muslim mayor, I am determined to lead through this lens of solidarity, to ensure that every New Yorker who calls the city home can afford to keep calling the city home. I know that this joyous occasion, this Eid that we look forward to for the entirety of the year, comes also at a time of pain for so many of us. For those grieving the deadly attack at the San Diego Masjid, to others fearing for loved ones abroad, to still others facing hardship here in New York City. In moments like these, I am comforted by the words of Surah Al-Imran 103. Hold firmly to the rope of Allah all together, and do not become divided. In times like these, I like to remember that solidarity is in fact our strength. And as we enjoy our biryani and our korma today, let us remember that our sacrifice will bring with it not only greater peace, but also greater prosperity. Eid Mubarak, Eid Saeed, Assalamu alaikum.
And perhaps this is the irony of modern America. A Muslim leader, often branded as radical, stood before worshippers calling for unity after an attack on a mosque. Yet some of his critics responded not with dialogue, but with anger, not with understanding, but with calls for deportation. Strange, isn't it, that a message of brotherhood can provoke such outrage, especially in a nation where many still quote, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Sometimes the loudest fears reveal more about those who hold them than those they fear.
And we tell Zohran, you can go back to Uganda to where you came from. I was a little nervous to come here today because it was only about 2 months ago when I was standing right over here and we were doing a peaceful protest against Islam. And over here to my left, all I heard was Allahu Akbar, and then this IED landed at my feet. And I had to tell you, by the good grace of God, we are here to live to fight another day. A vote for Kathy Hochul is a vote for the Qur'an. A vote for Kathy Hochul is a vote for Sharia law.
And this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. While some kept debating identity, others were focused on something else. Not ethnicity, not religion, but the future of the city. Many New Yorkers began saying, maybe change isn't something to fear. Maybe it's something we've been waiting for. And that may be the greatest irony of all. The harder some pushed division, the more others focused on hope.
Wow, New York City, you just get everything, huh? You get to go to the NBA finals and you have a good mayor. Wow, you're just God's favorite. You're just the favorite. You guys get your holes filled. You tax billionaires. You just get everything, huh?
I don't believe in coincidences and the fact that New York has had terrible mayors for the last 20-something years, and all of a sudden Zohran wins the election and he becomes mayor, and all of a sudden the Knicks are in the final. Like, that's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. That's energy, baby. That's energy, baby. Okay? New York was not worthy of making it to the finals under the energy that was in the city before. But now that you guys have Zohran, it's like the gods are favoring you. I don't know which ones. I don't know if basketball has its own gods, but the gods are favoring New York right now. It's just what it is.
In the end, this story was never really about an Arsenal thobe, nor was it about another cycle of outrage on social media. It was about a timeless choice that every society must make: fear or hope, division or unity. The Quran reminds us, if the people of the towns had believed and been mindful of God, we would have opened for them blessings from the heavens and the earth. History follows a simple law: plant hatred, and division grows. Plant justice, and hope begins to bloom. And time has a way of revealing which seeds were worth planting. For no matter how high falsehood builds its towers, it carries within itself the certainty of collapse when truth finally arrives. Rahmatan lil alameen, a mercy to all worlds.